Feels kind of naked here without a background. But you reap what you sow, I suppose. This is what happens when you lose your flash drive and you don't make backups. I'm sure people will be forgiving. After all, I'm part of a truly awesome fandom. I'm part of a fandom who defies a stereotype that not all things men have to like have to be super macho or ripped. I'm part of a fandom that donated $20,000 to help someone in need. I'm part of a fandom that inspires. A quarter of this fandom is great. However, my personal favorite, if you can't tell, are the members of the Analysts community. These are the members who look at the show and point out things that many bronies would never ever think of. They are funny, have fantastic opinions, and deserve to be honored. Before we begin, I must stress that this is all opinion-based. Just because these 5 made the list and others didn't doesn't mean a thing. I think a vast majority of the community is really funny and really intelligent. This is just my list. With that said, these are my personal top 5 MLP Analysists. 5. Lightning Bliss. Everyone's favorite cute little Alcorn OC. Not only is she freaking adorable, but she's actually kind of inspiring to me. As many of you will point out in the comments, I'm not exactly running a very popular type OC myself. I'm running a vampire pony, aka a dark OC, who completes with his own dark backstory, which you can read if you want. I will leave a link in the description below. I know that's not exactly popular, but it reflects my own interest. I love the horror genre, especially the supernatural kind, so I wanted my pony to reflect that. Before I made this video, I asked every one of the entries for permission to use their images for this video. However, when writing for Lightning, I wanted to know why she chose her OC. The Lightning, I hope I worded my asking right. Sometimes I say the wrong things when I don't mean to, and if I offended you with my tone, I'm sorry. However, when writing for Lightning, I wanted to know why she chose her OC. Her response was, and I quote, "Originally it was for personal reasons, but as time and challenges went on, when having this type of OC, I realized that I enjoyed the challenge of it. It is a challenge to have one because you will get a lot of grief from it." Continuing on with Miss Bliss, she is one of the hardest working members of the fandom I know. You know Dr. Wolf's TF2 series? If memory serves me correctly, she's the one who animated all of them. Not only that, but I love her learning magic videos. They are unbelievably hilarious, and I recommend almost every single one of them. I would love to work with her when I hit my stride someday. Lightning, I did keep an eye on those rainbows, and they most certainly made me smile. Number 4, Commander Firebrand / the Fiery Joker / Josh Scorcher. / Greek Myth Nut / the only Republican that's likable / Captain Kaboom / oh, you already cut to me. Awkward. All joking aside, I find Josh to be very funny and his viewpoints to be very interesting, especially his taking things too seriously videos. Aside from number 1 on my list, he's the guy who made it okay to be a brony in my mind, simply because of, well, his background. If I may get a little serious here, I hate how society thinks that because it's not macho, men can't like it. Josh, in my opinion, is one of those people who defies that stereotype. Point blank, he is a Marine. Sure, Marine Corps band, but still a Marine. He served our country and got more pressure placed on him than I could possibly imagine. And also lived in a place that had more hardships than I will ever face. That's amazing to me. That's, well, honestly inspiring. You notice I'll use that word a lot when I talk about these people, and there's a good reason for that. But back to Josh. I enjoy his Let's Plays, his countdowns, and his taking things too seriously videos. What really makes me laugh, and laugh hard, is his MLP reviews. I love these. I hate that I have no idea to put a video clip into editor to show you how much they make me laugh. Personal favorite is Putting Your Hoof Down. It is hilarious. There really is only one way to end this number. Cue the explosion! Maybe that was a little too much. Number 3, Silver Quill. Everyone's favorite hippogriff. This bird boy's been shot out of cannons, took a pelican to the face, and various other amusing injuries, and have us all rolling in the aisle along the way. He is a master of slapstick comedy. Yeah, but I personally like his viewpoints as well. They actually got me thinking about things that I would never think about in MLP. For example, in his recent Celestia's Sun celebration video, he talks about how Celestia is a queen on all but title. I didn't think about it much at first, but he's right. I do more into it, but I want to keep this video focused on the entrance themselves. Doesn't hurt He also got me interested in the comics, specifically the Friends Forever IDW line, and I'm glad I picked them up. I'm also very glad to see that he works with Equestria Daily now to review them. Check them out, they're pretty good and also, predictably, pretty funny. Now, normally I'd end it appropriately here with something thematic that fits their character, but I'm not sure how to end a video about Silverquill. I guess I could say I'm glad I watched you, but that doesn't seem really appropriate. Next number. Number 2, Dr. Wolf. Oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be so hard not to just start gushing like mad about the top 2 analysts and not scream with profanities of joy. As I already said before making this video, I asked everyone on the list if I can use their avatars. Dr. Wolf gave the yes under one condition, as long as I kept the video PG, and I will keep my word. Even though it's actually not as hard as I thought, it's still a challenge because I'm a very foul-mouthed man in real life. However, I'm also a man of my word, so that's why I won't even do a curse cut show. Let's get the personal stuff out of the way. The only reason why I ever got the nerve to do this video was because of Dr. Wolf. I created a fan work of Dr. Wolf interviewing me while I worked out a personal crisis, which is me making these videos at all and using my OC to cite being in one of the 2 forbidden categories. The funny thing was, he didn't like it. However, he appreciated the gesture, and then he and I had a real conversation about the same topic. And I mean this with all sincerity, Dr. Wolf is one of the kindest people I have ever had pleasure talking to. Now onto his videos and why he made it so high on this list. I go on about how much I like their opinions, but Dr. Wolf is the only one I could say I have not disagreed with, aside from one episode. But if I say which one, I'll be hunted down in state because everyone else seems to like it. Get out of here! I want to live! Aside from that, I love his episodes ideas. His most recent one about Celestia was really good, and I would check it out if I were you. However, that's not what you guys want me to talk about, is it? No, you guys want me to talk about his A Moment of Dr. Wolf series. Honestly, I have only one thing to say about that. Are we sure Dr. Wolf isn't actually a licensed therapist? I mean that too, because holy moly, it's amazing some of the discussions that occur on that show. My favorite one is Keyframe and Depression. It's heartbreaking, but honestly shows how great the man is and made me earn a lot of respect for both the doc himself and Keyframe. Side note, Keyframe, you look so much happier now. If I had the energy to do a top 10 list, you'd probably be number 6 for your tenacity alone. However, back to Dr. Wolf. For what you've done for me and the rest of the internet, Dr. Wolf, I only have one thing to say. I wish we all could be as helpful as you. And my number 1 favorite analyst is the mysterious Mr. Enter. Okay, hang on, fingers down, let me explain before you correct me about 1,000 times. Yes, I know the last MLP review Enter did was Twilight's Kingdom, and that was almost 2 years ago. I know the only time he reviewed Season 5 was in his DeviantArt journal. I know he's more of an animation critic than an MLP analyst. I know I could have just put him as an honorable mention, but I just couldn't. I know, okay? There's one very good reason why Mr. Enter made it to the top of this list. There wouldn't be a list without him. Mr. Enter's videos got me into the Brony fandom. I was already a fan of his animated Atrocities series, but when I saw his MLP reviews, I ignored them. I was a friend of Brony, sure, but I could just never get why. That's because I made one fatal mistake. I never even watched the show. Yeah, I made judgments on the show before I even watched it. It wasn't until I saw his video about lunar eclipse that I decided to watch the entire episode myself. And it turned me into a brony. Which is actually kind of funny because after binge watching MLP after Lunar Eclipse, it would make the list because of the personal level stuff, but the episode itself is actually kind of average. Don't get me wrong, Luna was a joy and so the show, but the actual story I felt was lacking and kind of full of holes. However, that's for later, this is for now. Now, there are several episodes I actually disagree with him on. I thought Live Before You Sleep was fine, but I got up to be very enjoyable. And Twilight's Kingdom is not perfect despite him coming with a counter for every argument. However, it was his charm and wit that got me into this fandom. And his other works have inspired me to get into animation in general. I actually am looking for that as a career option. To put it simply, he inspired me. I think all the analysts do, actually. Even the ones I didn't put on this list. Every one of them showed me that MLP is great and shouldn't be watched before it's judged. Every one of them showed me that animation is an art form. Not only that, it's a great art form and needs more respect than just simple kids stuff. I think people will be surprised by the amount of inspiration that it inspires others. Both critics, analysts, and the fans, both the media and them. And that's all I gotta say. Creature of the Night, out.